Hi friends, it's Deanna here today, and today we're working on two 10-minute sews. These are super easy, and actually one of them is one of the easiest sews ever. It takes less than 10 minutes and it ends up looking super cute and super wearable. So let me go ahead and show you what these are. All right, first of all, we're gonna start with the circle skirt. I'm using the Be Smart jumper pattern. I am omitting the straps, but the straps are super adorable too if you want to add those on there. This pattern comes with a couple different length options and how high you want it depending on how high you want your skirt to be. But it is one of the easiest sews because if you cut your fabric on the double fold, you basically already have a skirt. You just have to add a waistband to it. And also, because if we make it with knit, that means that you don't even have to hem, and then you're done. All right, so let me go ahead and show you how this double fold works.
First, we're going to fold our fabric and create that first fold. Once we got that first fold created, we're gonna put our pattern on there and fold it down to create that second fold. So now we've got 1 and 2 folds, and we're gonna go ahead and place our skirt pattern right on it, and we're going to cut the bottom, and then we'll also cut the top. My rotary cutters were a little dull, so I went ahead and used my scissors for that, and but it's ready. Next, we just have to go ahead and cut our waistband. So I'm just folding the half, cutting my waistband out. Then we're just gonna go ahead and put them right sides together and sew that raw edge. Once that raw edge has been sewn, we're going to mark our halves of our skirt, and we just fold it in half, put the 2 halves down and mark them. Then we match those 2 halves and mark the quarters. Once we've got our skirt quartered, we can go ahead and do the same for our waistband. Folding it wrong sides together, matching that seam, then going to the front and marking it, and that will be my half. And then once we've got that, we're gonna match our front and our back, and we're going to do our quarters. Once our skirt is quartered and our band is quartered, we're going to go ahead and match our quarter points of our skirt and our band, and we're going to attach them together. And as you can see, the skirt is a little bit bigger than our band, and that's okay. All we have to do is stretch our band as we are attaching it to our skirt.
I am finished. How cute is this skirt? And what did it take? Like 2 minutes? That's about it. I did not hem, but you are more than welcome to. But I love it. Also, another thing I love is that it also comes in the kid version. So go check out the pattern, make one for you, make one for your kid, and let's move on and make a top to go with it. All right, now for our quick sew top, we're going to do the Fall in Love sweater. So we've got the front, we've got 2 backs, we've got the sleeves, we've got banded waistband, and our armbands and our neckband. So no need for hemming or anything on this top. So let's get started.
First thing we're gonna do is put both backs right sides together and sew that back seam on. That back seam gives it a really nice shape to the back. Then we're gonna place the back face up and match our shoulder seams of our front and our back. Next, we're going to attach our sleeves by marking that half point of our sleeve by folding it in half, and then matching those raw edges as we go around the sleeve cap. And we're gonna go sew that up on both sides. On this project, I am using a serger, but you can use any kind of stretch stitch on your sewing machine if you'd like. Next, we're going to go ahead and put the shirt right sides together and sew the side seams all the way down the sleeves and all the way down the shirt, matching those armpit seams together at that armpit seam. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and work on our bands by folding them right sides together and sewing that raw edge together, the raw edges together, to create a band. And I'm doing this with all my bands. For my waistbands though, we have to make them all one waistband together, so we will sew those raw edges together, and that will be our waistband. Now we move on to quartering, and what we're going to do is fold everything wrong sides together, matching those side seams, and then going to the side. With my armbands, because they're smaller, I just do a half mark. But for my neckband and for my waistband, I do quarter points. As you can see on our waistband, we already have the 2 side seams. So we just match those 2 side seams up, and then we go to the front and the back, and those are our quarters. Now for our neckband, we have to find all our quarters, which is the back, go to the front, and then go to each of the sides to find the quarters. And then next we go ahead and do the same with all of our top by marking our neck quarters, marking our arms, and marking our waistband. Once everything's quartered, we just go ahead and match those quarter points, and then we go ahead and sew them on. For more information on how to do bands, we do have a video called Bands that explains just how to do this a little bit slower and with some tips and some tricks. So if you want to go check that out, please go ahead and do so.
I am finished. How cute is this outfit? I am super in love. I love the way this skirt flows. I love the top. I think it is adorable. I actually love the way that this skirt is so fast to sew. And I have a little secret. The top, I know you all are thinking it takes longer than 10 minutes. Yes, it does. But the reason why I put this top in here is because I wanted to show you how easy it is to make a banded top with banded cuffs, with cuffs and banded waistband. So I could put it over with jeans or anything like that, or I could tuck it into this high-waisted skirt. It really is up to you. I wanted to come on here and show these two sews because together it takes a little bit, you know, doesn't take very long to make, but because the skirt was so easy to make, I figured we could do a little bit harder with the top. I hope that's okay. Just remember that the more you sew and the more you practice, the easier things become. And do not be too hard on yourself if you get stuck with a project. Just come back and ask the questions, or come see the full videos on how to sew these patterns. You can find it on the link below. I will be attaching the information on these patterns. You can go ahead and grab them and then come back and sew them with me at a slower pace on these other videos. Another thing that I forgot to mention that I love about this pattern, this skirt pattern, is that it also has the kids version. So you can sew it up for your little ones as well, and it is so adorable. Maybe I already mentioned that earlier, but I figured it needs a second mention. I hope this video encourages you and helps you to want to give sewing a try if you haven't. Come find our easy to make patterns that have easy instructions and all these sewing videos that are so helpful, and build yourself your own beautiful wardrobe.